Future's so bright. Very nice.
They're glistening.
You played against a lot of Sean Payton coach teams. To be, and I know it's not Drew back there anymore, but to do that against the Saints offense, what's that say about you guys?
It says a lot. In all honesty, the defense had a very dominant performance for the second week in a row, and I'm proud of them for real. And I'm just liking the energy. Like, to be honest, like, we're all playing together, playing for each other, and that's the reason we're so dominant right now.
Is it a different deal facing them with Jameis rather than Drew? I mean, is it a drop off?
I don't know. I mean, Jameis is a talent. He's a talent. I'm not gonna take that away from him. He's a talent. But Drew had a way of getting rid of the ball. Like, he was very decisive when he did it. Like, Drew was a legend, obviously. So I mean, I wouldn't call it a drop off. It's just a different quarterback.
Brian, how does adding a player like Hassan and Morgan really help you all out as a defense? It really helped you also.
Like I said, always when we have great rushers on the field, they take a lot of the attention away from me. Well, most of the time they take it away from me. And when I can depend on somebody else to get pressure, it messes up their protection. And it also helps the back end. Like, they don't have to cover as long because there's more guys producing pressure and pushing the pocket.
Have you seen less double teams this first 2 weeks because of what's going on the other side of the line?
Yeah, I've seen quite a few. I'm not gonna say it's like overbearing or anything like that, but I've seen quite a few double teams and chips and whatnot. So.
Were you untouched on that sack?
Yeah, actually, I know I had a great get off. I know the tackle took a kick step to me, and then he went away. So at that point, he messed up. I mean, or they messed up. Whatever happened, I don't know. But the football guys loving me right now. I got another freebie, second week in a row. The refs hate me, but the football guys looking out for me.
So you thought that was a strip sack?
Personally, yeah, I do. But, I mean, obviously because I want the sack. But I just feel like it was coming across his body. I felt like he was really trying to tuck it in rather than throw it. But, I mean, it's whatever.
Right, what's happening in the first half with you guys? I mean, you guys outscored your opponents 33-0 now in the first half. You guys are setting the tone defensively. What is the attitude you guys are coming out with that's allowing you to do that?
Honestly, we're taking it one play at a time, one call at a time. Like, we're just focusing on that play. We locked into that play. And, like, whether it's good or bad, after the play is over, we on to the next. Like, that's kind of our motto. That's kind of how we're going about things. And, honestly, it's just energy. At the end of the day, it's just energy. But to be honest, I just want to keep that same dominant energy from the first half also in the second half.
Brian, how much have you guys flipped the script from last year in terms of getting off the field on third down? Your offense ran 30 more plays than they did. It seemed like you guys were much better in that area through 2 games than you were last year.
We put a lot of emphasis on getting off the field on third down. And it all comes with communication and knowing your job, doing your job at a high level. So when you got to blitz, you got to blitz. If you working with somebody in coverage, you got to know exactly what you're doing so you can execute. But third down is all about execution, especially against great quarterbacks, because they find ways to, outdo you on third down and whatnot. But if you have the proper communication and you're executing, you're going to get off the field.
Can you talk a little bit
about?
You
talked a lot during training camp. You were confident this defense was really going to be very good. You've shown that through 2 games. Is part of the challenge now consistency, sustainability, and from week to week to week?
Definitely. We're going to have to show up every week. I mean, like, we just can't be dominant these 2 games and then fall off for the rest of the season. Like, from my expectations from the beginning, we have to be dominant this entire year. And I can really see that happening because guys are locked in. But, yeah, definitely, we got to be dominant consistently.
Can you talk a little bit about the game that Coach Snow called? It seemed like the Saints didn't know what was coming.
Yeah, he called an aggressive game. He was blitzing from different areas. He played a lot of man. We were in their face, and I tipped my hat off to the guys for getting it done. Like, they were great calls, but at the end of the day, the players have to go make that call work. You know what I mean? So getting pressure, manning up, and blitzing from different areas, disguises, is all part of the game. And he did call a great game, though.
Brian, a week ago, there was a good bit of, yes, but it's the Jets because they aren't as far along personnel-wise. When you're doing it against a team with as many first-round picks on the offensive line as the Saints have, is that much more gratifying for you guys?
I guess you could say in a sense. I mean, the Jets, it's a whole little outlook on, like, the Jets being the big brother of the division and all that. So, I mean, you can call it what you want to, but at the end of the day, I just want to do that to every offense we play, not because it's the Jets, not because Drew isn't there anymore. I don't really care who it is. Like, we just need to execute, and I don't feel like anybody can mess with us if we do it the way we just did it, regardless of who it is back there.
Ryan, you guys haven't started 2-0 since you've been here.
Nope.
How does it feel? What's it mean?
Feels great. I was just talking to D-Jack about that, actually, about how good it feels to finally, start off on a hot streak, really. Like, both years, my 2 previous years, I didn't win a game to the 3rd game. So to start 2-0 means a lot, and I just want to keep it rolling.
And there's a stat, too, with 2-0 teams going to playoffs. I know the math might be different with 17 games, but, I mean, you start thinking about that.
I didn't know that was a stat. but it's, if you're telling me it's a stat, then that sounds good to me.
I don't know what the number is, but it's a high percentage to go on and make the playoffs.
That's what's up. Well, let's keep it going.
So what I'm sort of asking her, Brian, is do you think this is a playoff team?
Yeah, facts. I mean, I'm not going to say we're not. I mean, I believe in my guys. I believe in myself. Like, I'll pick us against anybody. It's whatever.
You
Can
talked
you
about
one or two more questions, guys?
You talked about energy. You guys seem to be playing with a certain edge. Is there a chip on you guys' shoulder?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we're always an underdog, but at the end of the day, forget all that underdog stuff. When we're having fun, the energy's going to be there, and we're going to, you feel me, like we're going to outplay our opponent, in my opinion, because it's been happening these past 2 weeks. It's been happening all in camp, so.
I like your sweatshirt. Can you explain that?
Yeah, the front says there's no finish line, and the back says just go. So it's kind of just like, to me, that means like, at the end of the day, like, don't be satisfied, basically. I'm saying, like, I don't want to be satisfied. Like, I just want to go and keep going. That's part of the next play kind of attitude. Like, there's no finish line. Okay, I got a sack on this play. Next play, what we got? You feel me? So that's kind of how what the shirt means to me.
All right, guys. I'll do it. Appreciate it, Brian.
All right, y'all.
Thank you.
Hey, heads up, everyone. They sit on that pathway. We want to do that.